I've never seen a more negative campaign than your candidate has been running. Steve Forbes in Iowa and in New Hampshire just brutally attacked Bob Dole. Besides pointing out a few differences on issues, he was very aggressively attacking him, so much so that it took the media to finally get him to call off your negative campaign. Well, so don't give us that, please.
No, I'm just pointing out to you. I'm pointing out to you that it's not a negative ad, in my opinion, to point out someone's record. If someone said they were for tax increases and then voted for tax increases, or said they were against tax increases and then voted against tax increases, that's fine. The point we're trying to point out here is that Washington politics as usual is the kind of thing that Bob Dole has been part of. We are running against that, and we are for a flat tax program that people understand.
Why did you change your strategy?
No,
why
the question is, why does Bob Dole keep changing his positions?
Fred, do you think his coming and going and endorsing Bob Dole will have any impact at all?
Yeah, I think it's going to help, and I think the fact that he pulled out of the Indiana primary and endorsed Dole, I think is going to pay a lot of dividends. It's unfortunate because Senator Lugar is a fine man. He's highly regarded, highly respected. He's just not dynamic enough. His campaign really never took off, and it's unfortunate, but I think he added a lot to the debate, and I think foreign policy and terrorism, which he's an expert on, I think was good to be discussed.
You talk about dynamics, Fred. Let's take a look ahead, just a snapshot of the fall campaign, if indeed it is Bob Dole against Bill Clinton. There's a major difference there in style, in terms of dynamics and in terms of television, in terms of media presence and the rest of it. Mr. Dole would come out in the short end of that, wouldn't he?
I don't think so, because I said I think that what we're going to see is an interesting matchup, and I predict that Senator Dole is going to pick Colin Powell as his running mate, and you are going to have an excitement that spreads across the country, and I think a very powerful ticket that Clinton and Gore just aren't going to be able to compete with.
Is this based on any inside knowledge? I mean, do you know for a fact that this conversation is being held between Mr. Powell and Mr. Dole?
Not in the least. It's just my own crusade, and I think it's going to happen because if you've seen the senator lately on some of the talk shows, I think he's been talking Colin Powell up a lot more, and I think that General Powell would be an excellent running mate, and I think he'd have a very exciting Republican ticket, and I think Bill Clinton would be pretty hard-pressed to beat him.
Hi, I'm Christina Ritchie, and you're watching the America's Talking Network.